Alright you people, hello and welcome to another YouTube video. So what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna break down EURUSD from top to bottom for the week ahead and really show you insight into how I view EURUSD currently. So I'm gonna start on the fundamentals, go through some other important data points that I personally look at, and then go to the technicals. So firstly, let's head over to Forex Factory and let's have a look at where we're currently at fundamentally. So last week was a huge week, right? We had obviously FOMC on Wednesday, and what we got there was we got interest rate as expected, 5.5%, no change there, and then we kind of got a hawkish tone from the Fed. So I'll just paint out here. So FOMC is right there. We got a hawkish tone from the Fed during that meeting. Then on Friday was really the other high impact stuff, and we had NFP here on Friday. So what you can see basically on Friday is this was pretty important. So we had our average hourly earnings month over month come out really high, right? So if you look at the current data points, you can see there we had a nice big jump in average hourly earnings, and then we had NFP super positive again, a huge jump way above the forecast, average hourly earnings way above forecast, and we also had unemployment rate holding strong as well, a drop in the unemployment rate, which is obviously positive again. So this is really positive US labor market data, and really those are two things. So hawkish FOMC, strong labor market data, these are really positive data points for the US, and they just showed the continued resilience in the US economy. And to me, what all of this is suggesting is that we're not going to see rate hikes in March. Without a shadow of doubt, we're not going to, unless something drastic changes. And we're more likely going to see rate cuts further out, right? So that is very bullish for the US dollar. So I'm just going to write that down here as one confluence. So fundamentally strong USD, right? So that's first confluence. Secondly, let's look at Euro. So the Eurozone didn't have much huge data come out last week. We had some CPI data, but I'll just quickly summarize it for you. So what we have in the Eurozone is we have really weak data. Inflation is, coming down quite nicely overall, but we have really weak data and recessionary, economic data coming out, meaning the Eurozone is going to have to drop rates soon, and for that reason I am more bullish US dollar compared to euro. So I'm bearish fundamentally euro against the other major currencies, because they're in this position where they're going to have to drop their rates very shortly, otherwise they risk a massive recession, right? A terrible recession. So obviously, this is just my view on it. This is what I see. So we've got this fundamentally bearish euro, right? So, okay, there's a spelling mistake there, but who really cares in this one? So fundamentally strong USD, fundamentally bearish Euro USD. And what that means is that Euro USD is going to go down, right? Short and simple, that means that Euro USD is going to go down. So fundamentally, I'm bearish. Okay, we've gone through that. Now, next, I've got written down right here. We have this news come out that U.S. launches airstrikes in Iraq, Syria, nearly 40 people killed. Right. This is just kind of unfolding now. This is not good. This is not good at all. This is terrible, in fact, and this is an escalation in the whole situation over there. Just not good. And geopolitically, this is increasing tensions, and we are likely going to see increased increased drives into safe havens, increased flows into safe havens, should I say. And US dollar is a safe haven. So again, that's going to mean another confluence to this trade. Geopolitical, I'll put in US airstrikes, right? So that's another confluence on this trade. Fourth, let me see what we got here. Fourth is the COT data. This is what I look at all the time, is the COT data. So COT data, you can see here, I'm using A1 Edgefinder Pro, and the COT data for this week is, the numbers you want to look at are these numbers right here. So it's basically what the COT report is. I'm not going to go too in depth, but it's what the smart money are essentially looking at. What the big players, how they're positioned, because they have to report filings to the SEC or the CFTC, right? So you can see that euro, they're actually net long, but they're decreasing. And you can see US dollar, they're 50-50 and decreasing. So this isn't a confluence on my trade. This is not a confluence. This is, actually saying the opposite. But of course, this is just one data point. I'm still gonna go with my core ideas. As long as I have a nice handful of confluences, I will be taking this trade. So, okay, that's one opposing factor. So I'll put that over to the left side. So one opposing factor is COT data doesn't support trade. So that's something to consider. And then basically, so those are the main things. Next is kind of more of a technical approach. And the main thing on EURUSD that I'm seeing is this downtrend seems to be really, really nicely holding up. Just kind of holding into this channel area really, really nicely. And I expect that to continue. I don't see any reason fundamentally why that is going to stop. I think we're going to continue to see that. So yeah, that's basically that. I don't know why it's not deleting, but that is basically that. So that's the next confluence. We have a nice trend, and we have no signs of that trend being broken. So that's another confluence. We're 4 in line with higher time frame trend. Bang. Another confluence on this trade. And now finally, I'm going to zoom right in over here. And what I look at is this level right here. This support level has been broken. And not very strongly, but it has been broken. So from a pure technical standpoint, what I'm going to look for is I think we're going to see a little drive down to start the week. Let me do that again. We're going to see a little drive down to start the week. We're going to come back up, retest, and we're going to continue down. That is what I'm anticipating on EURUSD. We may also, of course, see a little drive up and then this kind of thing happen. But ultimately, I am expecting us to see, so I'll hop onto the daily here. I am expecting us to see price come and check out and test these lows right in around here. That is what I'm expecting. Price come down to these lows. So yeah, let's see if that can happen. The other thing I'm going to quickly show you here is the Dixie. So this is the dollar index. And the reason I'm going to show you that is because I think it's quite interesting the way we have seen price break out of this range that has been there for quite some time now. We're kind of finally seeing price break up, and if we can get this little retest, I think we're going to continue up. So basically you can see how that lines up with the EURUSD, right? Broke that support, so it's completely opposite. Broke the support, going to retest and continue down to that level. So let's see if we do get this. But overall, that is my analysis. I think we have quite a lot of confluences on this trade. The only thing that not supporting this trade is the COT data. But again, as I said, this is a lot of confluences. So let's see if we do get this. I'm going to be waiting for some confirmations in and around these levels, and I'll look to short EURUSD into the week ahead. And the last thing I'm going to mention is let's keep an eye on the data coming up, right? So it's currently the 4th of February. we're right here, and next week we don't have any really major data except for FOMC speakers, right? Apparently Fed Chair Powell speaking again. So we just have to keep an eye on what these guys say. Make sure there's no, comments that oppose the trade, oppose the idea of the trade. So I'm looking for hawkish comments. Any dovish comments will obviously cause retracements. So that is something to keep an eye on. And also, got to closely watch this situation, because this could play a major impact, right? This could play a major impact in these trades. Obviously, escalations is going to drive flows into safe havens like gold, US dollar. So important to pay attention to. But overall, that is my analysis for the week ahead. Yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think is going to happen on EURUSD. It's interesting times, and I think this trade has a lot of potential. So yes, until next time, goodbye.